Before we jump into this episode, I want to invite you to join our community to help you become a better steward, scale to billions, and ultimately give more or all of it away. All I want you to do is to click the subscribe button right now. I love your support. It's incredible to see your comments, and we're just getting started. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Build It to Billions podcast, where we guide successful entrepreneurs and investors on their journey from millions to billions. We believe the key to scaling and compounding wealth starts every single day with the mindset and practice of stewardship for ownership and applying billionaire biblical principles. Our ultimate goal is to help you scale and compound your wealth in life so you can give more or all of it away to help MVPs. My name is Brett Swartz. Each and every episode, I'm joined by some of the best world's entrepreneurs, millionaires, and billionaires, where they share their stories and secrets so we can all level up from millions of revenue to billions, and so we can give more, all of it away. Hey, I'm excited about our next guest. He is actually a repeat guest from the Capital Gains Tax Solutions podcast days. And he may have been on the Build It to Billions. I'm not quite sure. I have to check in my thing, but he is a routine guest here on our shows because he has such a wealth of knowledge. In fact, he is a surgeon by trade originally, turned serial entrepreneur, a real estate investor and financial educator with over 2 billion in real estate transactions. He's got just a ton of knowledge. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, real estate, what's driving wealth these days within 2025. We'll touch on some tax stuff and so much more. Please welcome to the show with me, Dr. Buck Joffrey. Buck, how are we doing?
Good. How are you, Brett?
Doing fine. And grateful to have you on the show. And I guess maybe give the 60 or 90 second version of your story to where you're at today. And then let's kind of dive right in.
Yeah. So just a guy who went down the usual path of a lot of A students in school, went to medical school, actually started out in neurosurgery and had finished residency and ultimately ended up doing plastics. Was in private practice as an entrepreneur for a few years and started a few other things, another medical practice, and then started syndicating real estate and also got involved with the insurance business. I basically sort of reached out into a bunch of different areas and ultimately ended up quitting the practice of medicine, not because I didn't like it, but ultimately because, I think I have a little bit of ADD, a little bit of attention deficit disorder, as they say in the profession here, and just wanted to keep doing some different things. So that's where I'm at today, and I've got a podcast called Wealth Formula, where where you and I met. You've been on there a few times. So I think that's probably a pretty good introduction to me.
It's a great intro. And I'm kind of curious, on this conversation, I'm kind of thinking through things like Build It to Billions. What you've had and have an amazing resource of a podcast that's interviewed some of the the world's best at what they do. You have your roadmap to real wealth with some legends, right, that you've built out and you give it away with like Dean Graziosi and Ken McElroy, Tom Milwright, and others. What have you learned as it pertains to scaling and how have you, either scaled the podcast, your personal brand, or even real estate? Like maybe that's a secret we can start with for those that have maybe achieved the millions, right? And now they're looking to multiple millions in revenue or even trying to get to that $1 billion valuation.
Well, it's a good question, Brett. I mean, I think everybody needs to kind of once in a while stop in their tracks and take a look at where they are and where they want to be. I mean, you mentioned Dean Graziosi. He talks about this all the time, right? He talks about, being a really energetic, impassioned person, but not having a clear idea on where you want to go. It's like a jumbo jet going at 500 miles per hour without a destination. You're going to go somewhere, but if it's in the wrong direction, who cares, right? So I think what happens with some people is you like, for example, doctors is, you spend all these years in medicine, and maybe in my case, for example, another 7 years in surgical training, and you think that you are required, that you have to do that forever. The problem is if you're talking about money, okay, let's just focus on money. There's lots of different things here that drive people, but if your goal is to become very wealthy, you're probably not going to get there.
So if you like this little short clip of the interview I just did, click over here to watch the full interview. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody.